Alright, so YouTube wants to make this funny, man. I'll make this funny, dude. So I'm gonna do it like this, man. I'm gonna watch myself in a sense. It's gonna look stupid, dude, but this is the only way. I'm gonna try my best, and hopefully it doesn't do no copyrights or nothing like that, though. But if this works, dude, oh, dude, the left is so fucked. So let's hope this works.
Lead to the truth. And the truth? Pizzagate. At least in the form of a cabal of elites and powerful people who delight in the physical and sexual abuse of children, is real. Remember how we started. Epstein is Pizzagate. But the other reality it's time to accept, Pizzagate is much more and much bigger than just Jeffrey Epstein.
Ben Swan, y'all. So if you can give him a shout, give him a like, help him out, help get spread out that information. Same thing for me, please. Thank you. Love you all. What else did I... So we're gonna let her kind of say her story. So this is like they're gonna say she used to work for Epstein and Maxwell, but she was really a victim and more. Sadly, she went through a lot. But she was like 17 years old. They had hired her for being a massage therapist, and pretty much ended up tricking her into being in their circle. I'm gonna let her do her thing. And sadly, supposedly, she had died April 25th, 2025. Suicide, my ass. Yeah, whatever. I think she was murdered, allegedly. Here we go.
My bad. I'm trying to do something here.
Let her, Virginia.
Oh! There we go. Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah. She's like Epstein's like right-handed man, but she's a woman, obviously.
Epstein's victim.
Approval. Ghislaine got me quickly in.
This dude is disgusting.
See, I'm glad I went back because
Trains.
she'll mention
You can come for the interview too.
she'll mention that she got dropped off by her dad, and I feel like that's a little, little weird that her dad dropped her off when she was 16 years old to Epstein's house. So either he knew who they were and that was messed up, or he didn't know and didn't do any research, and that's messed up. So I'm sorry, Dad. You really screwed the pooch on this one, dude.
Night, and if you, I know this guy, there's an opportunity actually. If you want to become a real massage therapist, we can get you trained. You can come for the interview tonight, and if he likes you, then you'll be a real masseuse, and you'll get to see the world, and you'll get paid $200 per massage. And no alarm bells went off because it was this proper English lady who just looks.
Not only that, like, where was her mom? I haven't really heard anything about the mom. That's another thing I don't get.
So, Jeffrey
Remember, she's 16, guys. 16, dude.
lifts his head up, looks at Ghislaine. Ghislaine looks at him, and I called. I said, look, this is an opportunity of a lifetime for me. I've been on the street.
She basically just broke down in front of him, and they took advantage of it even more. And they're like, "Oh, you're perfect for us. You're a victim already." She's already describing how she's already went through some stuff, and they're like, "Oh, that's awesome. You're hired." Just from that, man, it's ridiculous. 16, dude. 16.
I've been abused, and that's the worst
I
thing.
don't know where the parents were, dude, but what?
So I just let them know that I'm vulnerable and I'm their perfect type. Ghislaine grabbed one foot, I grabbed the other. And she says you always want to keep one hand on the body when you're massaging somebody. And then he turns over, and the entire thing changed. They said, take off your clothes. I had these little girl undies on, like little hearts on them.
That's not weird at all.
Because I just let them know that I'm vulnerable and I'm their perfect type. Gillian grabbed one foot. I grabbed the other. And she says you always want to keep one hand on the. So I just take off your clothes.
Situation, they tried to validate what had happened. From the outside perspective, you understand the grooming involved and what transpired.
Yeah, they're gonna say that she was just paid to be a massage therapist, but really she was a victim being paid to be a victim.
In that room, paying her heftily for the work that had been done, making it. Of course.
Sad, man. And nobody from the left wants to talk about any of this either. You say you're all about for the better good, and yet I don't hear nothing from y'all about any of these victims, especially Virginia here. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing.
Of course, you'd expect them to go back, especially if there is even a glimmer of hope that maybe something good will come out of this. Because it's a really devastating feeling to be nothing.
No, y'all rather go out there and try to protect molesters and people just like Epstein, and illegal as well. Think you're something good, trying to protect bad people, bro, and yet you have this opportunity to speak up for women like her. You ain't doing it. That's sad, bro. That's sad.
Within the next few weeks, Jeffrey.
Invisible chains. I mean, no, these girls were not tied up, and people will say.
We'll go more into it. I want to show about reporting her death.
About reporting her death.
She got really messed up. She was in a car crash. A bus hit her. She barely survived that. And then I think not long from that, they
killed her.
Take
That's
Here's to the go-getters. And not just the ones in the gym.
There we go.
The buck stops when every single monster gets held accountable.
Jeffrey Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre released from the hospital a week after saying she was on death's door.
She got hit by a bus, bro. Like, going, like, hella fast. I've heard different ones, 40, 60 miles an hour, but still, though, dude. Like, a bus versus, like, I think she was a small little vehicle, bro. And she got taken out.
Virginia shared this photo from an Australian hospital bed on March 30th, saying she was hit by a school bus and was given only 4 more days to live.
But there are some conflicting details in this, aren't there?
I feel like if she was in America, she would have at least for sure survived a little bit longer. The fact that she was in Australia, man, I feel like that's what really was just a really bad decision. That's just me, though.
Yes, it's a bit confusing, Mary, because in her post online, Virginia Giuffre said that she's gone into kidney renal failure and is being transferred to a specialist urology hospital.
A source now telling People Virginia's been released from the hospital, though her current condition is a mystery, as her family believes her injuries might not be the result of that crash after all. Her brother telling the mag, "I do think that the bus crash in some way, shape, or form saved her life."
I don't know about all that. That's just I had it save her life. I'm so sorry. Why or how? That was just a stupid comment.
Could have been a blessing in disguise.
Because I just let them know that I'm vulnerable and I'm their perfect type.
Virginia's been one of the most outspoken people against Jeffrey Epstein and his association with Britain's Prince Andrew, whom she claims she was sex trafficked by Epstein for.
People on the inside are going to keep coming up with these ridiculous excuses, like his arm was elongated, or the photo was doctored, or he came to New York to break up with Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, come on. I'm calling BS on this.
Yeah. I think it's kind of weird, man, that she just supposedly suicide herself after going through all that she's went through. And just all of a sudden, just when they probably were about to ask her more questions, or if not use her, to talk about Bill Clinton, it just so happens that she just killed herself, yeah, I don't believe it.
But turns out she may have been facing new demons while battling her old ones. Virginia telling people she's in an abusive marriage for decades, when she's been trying to leave for months.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why, other than just the fact that it's Jeffrey and Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell, besides her and Epstein, Bill, this is one of, I feel like, if not the main reason why.
Virginia Giuffre, known for her allegations against Jeffrey Epstein, recounted her first encounter with former President Bill Clinton in an interview prior to her death on April 25th. Giuffre claimed that Clinton participated in a 2002 getaway to Epstein's Orgy Island in the U.S. Virgin Islands with 2 young girls from New York. Giuffre, who alleged she became Epstein's sex slave at 17, described a lavish setting where group sex was commonplace. She recalled the night of their meeting, surrounded by guests, including Ghislaine Maxwell and a voluptuous bisexual slave who organized lesbian pageants for Epstein. Giuffre shared the dining table arrangement, stating, "Jeffrey was at the head of the table. Bill was at his left, and Ghislaine was at Bill's left." Noticing 2 young brunettes present, she commented, "I'd say they were no older than 17. I knew Bill was a sleaze dog." Giuffre later expressed her confusion to Epstein about Clinton's presence, to which Epstein merely remarked, "Well, he owes me a favor." Although Clinton's name was absent from Epstein's black book, flight logs revealed he took Epstein's private jet numerous times, despite Clinton claiming only 4 flights. Giuffre denied ever seeing Clinton engage in sexual acts but admitted to participating in group sex with Epstein, Prince Andrew, and others. On April 25th, Giuffre tragically died by suicide, weeks.
Well, we'll see if that works.
Selling your home
Bill Clinton
shouldn't take so long.
Bill Clinton, I think, is paying hella money for YouTube to make sure his name don't
So
get
just
out.
let them
So
know
we're gonna
that
try to fix
I'm
that.
vulnerable and